Hello guys. I want to give you guys a crash course on the concerning the God math. What the God math is, it's mathematics that governs everything in the universe. Everything puts every single thing from a drop of rain, from a grain of salt, to an entire solar system puts out numbers. There's no way of getting around that. Everything can be forecasted. In other words, what I'm telling you is you could actually forecast the direction a leaf is going to blow in a thunderstorm. Because everything puts out numbers. There's no way around this. There's no way you can hide from it. Your body has a certain amount of cells in it. Your brain makes an amount of brain cells. Your blood has an amount of cells in it. The way you die and the time that you will die actually matters on the numbers of that your body puts out. Your heart beats an amount of time, a certain amount of time in your entire life. All this is tied together. The sun puts out a certain amount of particles. They're all counted. There's actually a count to that exists. The Powerball lottery, what I do with that is I take past numbers and I divide it into my God math equation. And it gives me digits. And that's what I play on the Powerball. Time itself puts out numbers. The way time works is there's not a future. Future is an old wives' tale made up by mankind, by the human race. It doesn't exist. A future does not exist. There's only the present and a past. The present is actually, the past is actually the present's future. Meaning what has happened in the past dictates what happens in the present. So that is your future. There's no such thing as, it's like, for instance, what's happening right now, there's not anything past that. So you naturally can forecast time just by past events itself. And you have to take your past events and your present, your past numbers and your present numbers, and you combine them with the God math. And it'll give you a really close result. Let's take the war going on over in Ukraine. What I'm going to do is, and there's no way any people over there can get around the numbers they're putting out. It cannot be hidden. I am going to calculate the variables over there combined with the God math, and that should give me a really close result of what's going to happen over there on a day-to-day basis. Let's take, for instance, this motorcycle I have the camera sitting on right now. This is made out of metal, okay? There's many metal parts on this. Every one of these metal parts has a certain amount of molecules in it. You're going to think just, well, of course they do, what good's they do. Those are actually counted. Over a period of time, those will start disappearing. And you could actually forecast how long this motorcycle would sit in this garage until it just completely turns to dust. Now, of course, you have elements. You have maybe the house might fall in on it. So you have the metal of the motorcycle. You have concrete in the house. All these have a certain amount of numbers in them that they don't stay just dormant. They actually move and they calculate. So you'd be able to calculate how long it would take for the elements outside to have an effect on the house, where the house will collapse on the motorcycle, then how long this metal would last before it deteriorates. Could do the same thing with people or with a future event. Even though something didn't happen, you could still have a very, very good idea on how the present is going to turn out. Now, that's your crash course for the day on the God math. I also want to talk about Putin a little bit. I found out Putin has a lover, wife, whatever you want to call it, and some children. And guess where he has hidden them? He has hidden them in a chalet in Switzerland to protect them. Right now they're presently under heavy guard. This goes to show you how much Putin trusts his own people in Russia. If he trusted his own people in Russia, wouldn't he keep them in Russia? If the man's still alive. If he's still alive. Part of me wants to think that he also is over there in Switzerland with his family, while the body double is dictating all this stuff. So, I just want to give you guys a little crash course in the God math. It might take me one, two, maybe 3 days to get these numbers together for the Ukraine, but I'm going to jump on it and I'm going to see what I can put together. And we're going to do some forecasting, and I'm going to upload my opinions on what I think is going to happen over there. Y'all take it easy.